Story rendition. Mario. Let me love you. For the umpteenth time I find myself sitting on the couch consoling the girl that I had a crush on since I was a kid. Even when I knew this was unhealthy, I just couldn't help myself but be part of her life. Even with this, I just couldn't understand what she saw in those guys she dated that she didn't see in me. With this new guy, the feeling was tenfold. I had to ask her, did she enjoy getting hurt? She saw the writing on the wall that the guy wasn't good for her, but she stayed. Every time she hugged him, she smelled different smells of perfume on his shirt. She teared up every time she smelled him. Every time he opened up his mouth, she knew that he was lying. He couldn't even tell her where he'd been for the day. He lied so much that his stories and lies were catching up to him. Even then, he doubled down on the lies. I had to ask her, as good as she looks and how sweet she is as a person, why does she stick around to these deadbeat dudes? I knew with her looks and personality she could probably get any dude she wants. I had to admit to myself she was even too good for me. The choices she was making were just baffling. I had to get off the couch and get something off my chest. I told her I had a crush on her since we were kids, and I couldn't stand by watching her get hurt all the time. I told her she should be with me. She would never have to worry about getting hurt by me. I would be her rock. She wouldn't have to worry about what I do for a living, where I am at night, because I would be with her giving all the love she needs. I would do all of this because of the type of woman she was. She was the girl that most would dream of to get married to. Her eyes were like the stars in the night that sparkled bright. Her smile was the light in the darkness that cleared all the doubts. I asked her to let me love her and shower her with all the love and affection. Let me be the one that would give her everything that she would ever need. From good love to protecting her even when she was not strong enough to ask. Make me the one she selects, because I embodied all that she would ever look for in a man. I waited in silence for her to answer me and reciprocate my love back. Too bad that this wasn't a fairy tale. She told me that she knew that I loved her, but she just couldn't see me more than a friend/brother. Words could never cut so deep. Even when I knew that this was the likely conclusion, it still caught me off guard. Man, sometimes loving someone couldn't be for the weak. Though shocked and hurt that my confession wasn't reciprocated, I sucked it up and had to tell her a couple of things. I told her, you're so beautiful that your beauty description is so good that it hurts. If anyone were to rate her beauty, she would be a dime plus 99. It saddened me that she would never know how much she's worth. Whenever she went out, I noticed that everyone stopped for a moment and stared. She was so beautiful that it always showed, from her head to her toes. I finished by saying she deserved better than the guys she chose. She would be better off finding out who she was as a person than dating the bums she picked. I know that I would be one of her best options, but I understood she didn't have those feelings for me. It was fine, but I had to let her go. I would always love her, but I couldn't stay anymore. That was the last thing I said to her before walking out the door. Like and subscribe.